silent films, or is this the dream I've been saving? Oh, where the heart beats slower and slower to almost nothing, almost nothing, almost nothing. I took it for love, or at least something beautiful. Out there in the spotlight, but turned around suddenly, turned around squinting, and saw that it was headlights, and then the truth was unbearable. Oh, and imminent, bearing down on these two shadow animals, caught painting a dotted line, caught painting a dotted line, caught painting a dotted line. Where have you been and what have you done? I've been under the ground, eating prayers from this old book I found. Under the ground, saving it up and spending it all on moving pictures, silent films, moving pictures, silent films.
All right, this is the opening address for Mead Lake's Most Wanted, March 2011. Yo. I'd like to start by, just saying thank you to everybody here. As everybody here knows, over the last 3 years of my life has been pretty tough, and coming up here and this has truly been a place of solace for me, a place of healing, a place of rebirth, and for that I just want to say thank you to everybody. You're all true friends, true brothers. Thank you very much for that. Really come to the end of a very long journey and already started another one, as everybody knows, and I just want to say thank you for the support. It really meant the world to me. You have no idea. There were some pretty hard times I had to go through, and I couldn't have done it alone, and I didn't, and I know I didn't. So today I'm, not going to open up with the usual banter. I actually did write something out, but it's sitting on my desk at a place I don't really work at anymore. So I'm just going to kind of talk a little bit. Looking around, it's amazing how we've streamlined this whole process here. I mean, we've got this down to a science.
Science!
Thank you, sir. Right on cue. We remember the days of looking back at some of those pictures from like Michigan and some other places. I mean, the library of books that we used to bring up, and the 12 cases of Miller Lite, and I don't know if we've just gotten better at our drinking or what the deal is, but I noticed that we actually had room in the freezer, which is I've never seen that happen. So that's pretty amazing to me that we've had that, and in becoming more efficient and just through 8 years of doing this, we've really formed a true team up here, a true family. The hesitations that used to come with coming to Mead, the trepidations aren't there anymore. It's just you walk in the door, you feel like you're home. On the way up here, I was talking with Keith, and I said, speaking of Mead, I said, well, when we get home, I'm going to do this. And I realized that wasn't a Freudian slip of any kind. So looking at us over the 8 years, figuring out, what do we do here? We build trebuchets and take down trees, and we eat
Keep houses standing.
Keep houses standing. Yes, thank you. We eat BJ's taco.
Tacos.
Sorry, tacos. We figure out new ways.
Also not a Freudian slip.
We figure out new ways to put Chuck on the roof. As we saw last night, we danced for Rob's camera like the monkeys that we are. We miss GC. We all pretend that we're as cool as Keats. And you guys all give me that sense of family that I so long for. So thank you. The one thing that really stuck with me is that nothing lasts forever. All empires fall. I've seen it throughout history, and it's the one true constant in the world and life is that, if you want constant, it's change. That is the only constant that I've ever noticed. So, while we're up here during this winter, I just want to remind everybody to remember to take stock. New families, 3 of us in here are fathers now. New families crop up. We take some of us away from time to time, and that can happen at any moment. New jobs, new adventures that we have to go on in life. So you never know how long this is going to last. So remember to look around you and soak up every moment that you can. Because we've streamlined this process and we've gotten so used to this, it could be easy to become complacent. And I just would urge you all to not do that. Thinking back over the last few years, I just realized how much I really love all of you, and I don't ever want to take this for granted, ever. So, for that, I will say that this is Mead Lake. We are eternally her most wanted, and let's have a good trip. Let's have some fun. Let's not be afraid to explore new ideas and new creations, and let's let the creativity roll. So with that, I'm going to say, this is short, but this is the declaration. I hereby declare this meeting open to Mead Lake's most wanted. And least desired. Have a great week.
Hellbound Hellhound Blues. Woke up about a month ago, felt like I slept 2,000 years. Took a quick look in the mirror, saw I had a bitchin' beard. Stumbled to the window and I scratched my head a bit. Only a carpenter can see this world is built for shit. World is built for shit. My name is Jesus Christ, and I'm here to save the day. My name is Jesus Christ. My way's the only way. My name is Jesus Christ. Better do what I say or my dad will kill you, motherfucker. I don't really need that much. I can live pretty frugal. Don't have a car or cell phone, and I don't use Google. Got myself a bank card though, and using it is simple. Just glad the ATM ain't in a temple. Ain't in a temple. My name is Jesus Christ, and I'm not seeking fame. My name is Jesus Christ. A close friend of King James. My name is Jesus Christ. You're the only one to blame when my dad kills you, motherfucker. Well, those people who put me on the cross, they wasn't very nice. The whole time I was hanging there, I was thinking, cheese and rice. And now you got a lot of greed, worried about your investments. Well, have you heard the good news? My dad is pretty Old Testament. Or else you're out there in April with a basket between your legs. The one miracle I ain't never seen is a bunny laying eggs. But you say your skin's falling off, you can't scratch that itch. Well, blammo, you're cured. My name is Jesus Christ, bitch. My name is Jesus Christ. Now you say hallelujah. My name is Jesus Christ. A little dabble do ya. My name is Jesus Christ. Now don't let Satan fool ya. My dad will kill you, motherfucker. Well, it's been a long, long time since I've lived in Galilee. You ever hear of December 25th? Well, that would be me. Some days I have converts over and we always have a great time. I'll turn the tap on in the kitchen and out comes bloody wine. Out comes bloody wine. My name is Jesus Christ. I can raise you from the dead. My name is Jesus Christ. Here, have a loaf of bread. My name is Jesus Christ. You'll have brimstone for a bed when my dad kills you, motherfucker. Cha-cha-cha.
Cha-cha-cha.
One evening as the sun went down and the jungle fire was burning, down the track came a hobo hiking, and he said, boys, I'm not turning. I'm headed for a land that's far away, beside the crystal fountains. So come with me, we'll go and see the big rock candy mountains. In the big rock candy mountains, there's a land that's fair and bright, where the handouts grow on bushes, and you sleep out every night. Where the boxcars all are empty, and the sun shines every day. On the birds and the bees and the cigarette trees, the lemonade springs where the bluebird sings in the big rock candy mountains. In the big rock candy mountains, all the cops have wooden legs, and the bulldogs all have rubber teeth, and the hens lay soft-boiled eggs. The farmers' trees are full of fruit, and the barns are full of hay. Oh, I'm bound to go where there ain't no snow, where the rain don't fall, the wind don't blow, in the big rock candy mountains. In the big rock candy mountains, you never change your socks, and the little streams of alcohol come a-trickling down the rocks. The break.
So you glorious knuckleheads. Take one.
you ever woken up to find blood on your pillow in the middle of the night? I tell you, you look like something the cat threw up. But I don't want to start a fight. Who exactly in America can I blame for the resurgence of Betty White? Sometimes when I'm drinking, I don't feel any pain. If I'm the kind of person who has to die, I hope I'm not run over by a train. They say they've got a lot of fancy wine over there in Portugal, which is next to Spain. Copernicus. Sometimes I find myself when I wake up eating cockroaches off the floor. Whenever my boss gives me a memo, I say, could you do that a little more? I once had a piece of toilet paper, but it tore. Don't squeeze the Charmin. Once I had an aquarium with 3 fish, and they were all named Fred. Don't you like it when your ugly women just look a little red? Well, one time I went out to try to have this dinner with this nice girl. We went out to a restaurant and I tried to order the steak, and the waiter said, sorry, we're just fresh out of steak. And I said, well, you're a wet restaurant, how can you be out of steak? And he's like, sir, you should really try the salad. And by that time she didn't really want to drink, and so I had the salad instead, but it really wasn't good as the steak. And so what I'm trying to say is, it was complicated, Ed. 5% tip.
I just kept rolling through it. I'm like, I'm gonna keep fucking going. I will keep playing as long as you fill the words.
I woke up to the sound of German hip-hop in my head. A great unholy clatter quickly filling me with dread. I wondered then if silence had forever disappeared. What with everybody yelling, the end was finally here. I scrambled for the television, desperate for its light, hoping that my favorite stars could stop this endless night. I waited for instructions, I waited for a sign, I listened very carefully when told just what to buy. Lovers became bitter, mathematicians counting crumbs. Some were filled with angry lust, the rest felt mostly numb. the sun became the enemy. They'd hunger after dark and kill time swapping partners at a club called Noah's Ark. Spoke of doom impending, suffering and such, had found the place in people's heart that beauty had once touched. They filled the auditoriums with tickets far from cheap, and those that couldn't get in started fighting in the street. The day came, so we gathered in a field behind the mall. A noted scientist predicted there we'd see it all. The city council members came. They told us not to fear. The king and queen of homecoming both shed a poignant tear. And just like that it happened, the starling blinked its eye. The molecules collided and became part of the sky. In all my life I've never known a moment quite so still, like space that's being emptied at the same time that it's filled. I woke up to the sound of German hip-hop in the air. It sounded like the hum of insects nesting in my hair. I wasn't so much tired, but I felt that I should sleep. So I closed my eyes and mumbled something about a soul to keep.
I thought I heard the captain say, pay me my money down. Tomorrow is our sailing day. Pay me my money down. Pay me, pay me, pay me my money down. Pay me or go to jail. Pay me my money down. As soon as that boat clears the bar, pay me my money down. They knock me down with a spar. Pay me my money down. Pay me, pay me, pay me my money down. Pay me or go to jail. Pay me my money down. Hey.
Big Dipper Records presents Working Girl Blues. Taking my feet down this dusty trail, keeping my balance and avoiding jail. The sweat's just dripping down to my last dollar. The dog days, they say, are long enough, they say, to hang yourself on your own leash. A labor of love, and love for labor. Working up on hunger, doing all the boss's favors. Just settling down after work for a few years with my boys and some girls, some working girls. Oh, not that type of working girl. Executive types. Fancy dresses. Fancy drinks. You know the kind. You know what I think.
I was following the eye, 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 was following the pack, all swallowed in their coats, with scarves of red tied round their throats, to keep their little heads from falling in the snow. And I turned round and there you go, and Michael, you would fall and turn the white snow red as strawberries in the summertime. I was following the pack, all swallowed in their coats, with scarves of red tied round their throats, to keep their little heads from falling in the snow. And I turned round and there you go, and Michael, you would fall and turn the white snow red as strawberries in summertime. I was following the pack, all swallowed in their coats, with scarves of red tied round their throats, to keep their little heads from falling in the snow. And I turned round and there you go, and Michael, you would fall and turn the white snow red as strawberries in summertime.
Lakes Most Wanted closing remarks, March 2011. Brothers, since we first became outlaws more than 7 years ago, there have been certain themes that have resonated with us that have caused more discussion, writing, and frustration than others. Honesty, failure, ethics and morality, faith, ordained or otherwise. and the all-encompassing question of how to live and how to live well. But despite our forays into presenting our work to others through our books and internet tomfoolery, we remain a passionately private group. We have little use for others while here. In fact, we often use our time to be alone together. We have sworn our fierce loyalty to the nation of Mead and will suffer no treason. However, walking back across the ice from the dam or sitting around the coast of these tables, we are an archipelago. Individual islands, yes, but islands from which travel is unrestricted and, more importantly, expected. Yet we can construct no moat, build no trebuchet to keep the barbarians, the others, at bay. There's one concept that has always swum with us, and one, from my perspective, that has been increasingly challenging our ramparts as we age. Family. They are the voices from which we will never be free, nor should we. They are the ghosts that roost on our shoulders, haunting, pleading, laughing, nagging, loving. On April 1st, Henry will be 1. My arms have been 20 pounds lighter from not carrying him this week, but they remember his weight to the point of aching. I began this address with a salutation we have chosen to make ours, brothers. Brothers, I would like to tell you about my brother. His name is Andy. He lives in Colorado. He loves hunting, fishing, and snowboarding. He makes his living working for a Fortune 500 company, as he says, which is to say he's a delivery driver for Pizza Hut. I introduced him to our backyard, I suppose. He introduced me to Digital Underground. On Valentine's Day 2005, my grandmother died and I drove him to jail. Since then, the number of times I've really talked to him, are fewer than the number of us around this table. I haven't spoken to him in months. He met Henry once for half an hour. I love him because he is my brother, of course, but when I try to feel that love, it's as hollow as banging a pot with a spoon. Dull, ringing metal. Brothers, I would like to tell you about you. Your names are Charles, Keats, Rob, Joshua. You live in Wisconsin. You love golf and video games and stars and music and whiskey and women and writing. You love Mead Lake. You love me. It is a love that could explode the dam, crash a comet, crunch the universe into a period if it chose to. Brothers, I would like to tell you about me. My name is whatever you call me. I live in the unstoppable, terrifying eternity of the most difficult thing I have ever done, raising a child. I love my wife and my son. I've often asked you about the value of poetry. Why devote so much of our lives, our real lives here, when there are so few others who will care? I would like to report that, at least for now, I have made peace with an answer. Brothers, for the past 4 months, my life has been the most miserable it has been in years. The depression I have so long kept locked in a titanium cage, surrounded by a moat of meds, somehow escaped and started smashing the fuck out of everything. So I hobbled around, lost, exhausted. But I knew, in my heart, partially partitioned from my head, I knew this trip was coming. So I prepared. Every Friday since early February, I've gone on a lunch date with one of my manuscripts. My Italian BMT somehow disappears while I negotiate a treaty between my head and heart over something they usually agree on, my words. And slowly they reached an accord. We agree on this. We agree this is love. Of course, it wasn't just that. Sitting in my garage on Wednesdays with my weekly withdrawal from the First National Bank of Freedom, trying to center on the prayer of yes. Driving to Waukesha with iron and wine, accepting, damn it, that light strikes a deal with each coming night. chasing Henry up the stairs when Aaron puts him to bed because it makes him laugh every single time. And all of this is in my words, our words, and it saved me. Brothers, in my darkest hours, I turn to my family. I turn to you. Brothers, listen. Listen. Never, never, never forget our family, our love. Ours is the work of gods, not of men. I love my wife. I love my son. I love my mother, who has helped take care of him this week. I love my father, who drunk dialed me from Colorado, where he has been visiting my brother. But for this week, for tonight, for right now, I love you most of all. We will leave. And we know this. We will, perhaps, love others harder. We will work on other projects. You can see. But we must never forget how to begin, maintain, and build our work and our love. We need to do it at Mead and anywhere else instantaneously. It saves. It frees. And it leaves us awestruck and astounded as we live in the defiled and holy temples of our bodies, our families, and our days. So, thank you, gentlemen. And it is obviously with heavy heart that I declare this meeting closed. To me, at least most wanted.
And least deserved.